Hey, my name's Nate. Welcome to DivMan. This is my channel, mostly about dividend investing. And today I want to talk about how you can make a yield on spot gold. Now, I'm not in this instance talking about spot gold ETFs. I'm talking about actual spot gold with a zero spread. In other words, every dollar and dime you put into a certain account I'm going to show, you get that amount in gold. And they even allow you to sort of use it as a debit card account, but it tracks the price movement of gold and or silver. And if you do a certain setup, sort of like a staking with certain cryptocurrencies, where you can't withdraw it, but they will pay you a yield on your spot gold that you deposit in your account. Now, it's obviously paper. It's paper gold, but you can actually exchange this, unlike spot gold ETFs, for physical gold, which is pretty darn cool, including at a local merchant. Now, first, let me just make a case for gold in general. Now, I'm a Bitcoin guy, but I do believe that gold, especially physical gold you hold in your hands, not just paper gold or gold ETFs, are a great hedge against inflation. It doesn't always beat or track with inflation, but when it does, it's nice. And if there were to be some kind of cataclysmic crap that would happen in the world, you probably don't want Bitcoin to be your main thing. In other words, if Russia decides to take down the internet or something crazy like that, you want to have something physical that you can hold with your hands. And so gold is a nice hedge for a sort of more climactic time. Bitcoin is like the best inflation hedge in general, because it just performs. But in any case, here's the year-to-date gold spot price. It's 5% on the year from starting January. If we go back 1 year, we've got almost 37% appreciation of whatever gold you would be holding. And so it's at 2,700 per ounce. But the stuff I'm talking about today, you won't be able to hold it immediately in your hands. It is a little bit of a derivative, but it's a way to hold gold, to preserve your wealth. And you do always have the option of transferring this for some actual physical gold, which is something that makes it superior to a gold ETF or even like a gold dividend ETF or something like that. So I want to go over the account. This is the website of the organization I'm going to talk about. This is UPMA, and basically it operates just like a bank account that is valued in a gold spot or silver spot. And they measure their gold in something called a gold dollar, which is like $50. I guess it's like the equivalent of like a gold eagle or a silver eagle in the case of silver. And then they also have something called a gold back. Now, a gold back is like a very small, extremely small amount of gold, but it's like a paper of gold. It allows you to exchange gold a little bit easier, more like silver would. And in some states, you can actually use it as tender, like Utah. And but anyway, if you want the yield on your gold, not just following the spot price of gold going up or down in your balance with them, you need to have that transferred, whatever you deposit, into gold backs. Now, I don't like showing my accounts. I don't like boasting about money. But because this is so small, there's no possible way anyone's going to be jealous by this. So this is my account. We've got $78 in it, and it just tracks the price of gold. You can see they're tracking the price here. It was $55.31 per gold dollar on December 30th. Currently, it's $58.11, and all of this is unrealized gain. You do not have to pay any sort of taxes until you spend it or whatever. And so it's nice that you get this kind of benefit of holding gold. you track the price, and you always have the option to exchange it for physical. So pretty darn cool. As you can see down here on the bottom, this is silver. The price of silver measured there on December 30th, it was $34.83 per ounce. Now it's $35.96. That's not a bad gain. I think that's keeping up with inflation at least. Now you can see down here, this is the gold back, daily, exchange change. So 4-cent increase, and 1 gold back is equivalent to $5.50 currently. I know a lot of people hate gold backs, by the way, because the asking price over spot is significant. But if you go on eBay, for instance, for the gold backs that are a few years old, they become collector's items. They phase out certain gold back designs and stuff. It's like a dollar bill. And so you end up getting significantly over the current spot amount of whatever gold is measured there, and including your purchase price. So if you just hold an actual gold back for a few years, you can resell it for a significant gain. Just an FYI. So don't poo-poo gold backs. And then I'm going to show you this part of it, which is my actual lease. I just put 12.34 gold backs, so that's the entirety of my account. And the APR, it's not amazing. It's not an amazing yield. This is not going to compare to even like a Yieldmax or even a bond yield. But you know what we're forgetting if we just look at the yield percentage? We forget that this is not measured in fiat. This is measured in gold. And so your 2% APR, regardless of it being a little insignificant, there's a few benefits to that. First, they are holding, they're vaulting your gold for free. And so it's a free vault for your gold. Obviously, unless something went tragically wrong, you're not going to have your vault stolen in that sense. And whatever the yield is, it's tracking the gold price anyway. So your capital that you're vaulting, or like similar concept in crypto, where you stake your ETH or something like that. Very similar, but your underlying staked or vaulted stuff that you're giving them is still going to track with gold. And so you have to keep that in mind, given the fact that gold appreciated, based on that chart I saw, like something like 38 or 40% over the last calendar year. It's a pretty decent setup. They get to hold your gold. You get a little bit of a yield out of it, and you can always exchange it for physical gold or physical silver or gold backs specifically. Now, I do want to, since we're talking about gold, there's not a lot of dividend gold funds, but this one from Simplify is out there. This is the YGLD, obviously a play on GLD. And I'm thinking they're doing calls on GLD, the main like gold ETF, spot gold ETF. And it looks like they've got a decent amount, under management. Let me see. I don't think they've paid any dividends yet. So let me just look and see if they've done any divs. I heard them talking about this in the Simplify, like their kind of their strategy stuff. So I don't know. This is like an income thing. I think they're gonna start paying a dividend, but I don't think it's happened yet. The NAV price is pretty reasonable. You're not paying $50 a share. It's $26 a share, and it's going to track with gold, which is a pretty darn conservative and kind of boring and predictable steady climb. So that should be kind of nice. So just wanted to go over that. It's not as sexy a yield as some of these Yieldmax, Roundhill stuff, but it's a nice alternative, and it's a little closer to physical. You really can't I mean, unless you're someone super fancy and you know how to transfer your shares and things like that, you're not going to transfer your Gold Spot ETF for physical gold. But with this gold back stuff, you at least have the option to. Let me see if I can at least pull up the like if I did this and I said I want to get a physical thing, you could do that. I haven't quite figured it all out. Down here it says somewhere, I don't know, it says like right here, if you contact them, they'll give you like a debit card, and whatever gold you have sitting in there, you can spend it like cash. So that's kind of cool. But yeah, that's all I had for today. Sorry, it's a little bit of a ramble video, but I just wanted to throw something together, show people some other ways to get a yield, a little bit more conservative, a yield in this choppy market. And gold is up 5% for the year despite the chop, and that's even better than the S&P so far. So may want to consider this. Thanks for your time. Bye.